everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I know this story is a few days old. People have covered it already, but I was just looking into it now and wow. First article that came up when I searched about Meghan's visit to the women's charity. She always makes a big deal about International Women's Day for some reason. She does nothing for women all year, but then suddenly on International Women's Day, she's like obsessed with doing something. So she wears her best funeral outfit, all in black, with her Malcolm X bag. And she unexpectedly popped in at a charity. Said, and the first article I got said, oh, she fueled pregnancy rumors as she spends time with expectant mothers. Like, huh? Huh? Come again? So, again, she's trying to do the pregnant. I can't believe she's still trying to do the pregnancy rumor thing, like as if she were in her 20s or 30s. It's like, Meghan, you're old. You don't spark pregnancy rumors anymore. No, never gonna happen. Not full. Give it up, girl. Give it up. All right. So, Meghan Markle sparked pregnancy rumors. Yeah, right. But this is what I want to point out. During her surprise visit to Harvest Home to mark International Women's. So, does that mean she didn't tell Harvest Home she was coming? Did she just arrive there with her cameras in tow and just say, "Hi, I'm here. Then I post some pictures on the international media. You don't mind, do you?" Right? Like, can you imagine like just being like bamboozled like that? Like, "Oh, I'm here." And snap some pictures of you because I mean the people there didn't really look like they were prepared to be having their pictures taken. I mean, maybe I'm mistaken, but that could have been the case, right? Oof, wearing the ugliest outfit ever. A woman cannot dress. Anyway, so according to Hello magazine, said Megain and female staff at Archwell spent International Women's Day at Harvest Home, a charity that supports pregnant domestic violence victims. And the kind Duchess caringly folded baby clothing she had donated during the visit. So she donated apparently Lilibet's old clothes. Didn't she do the exact same thing in South Africa with Archie's clothes? That when she made everybody sit on the floor, even though that was completely inappropriate and only done at funerals. But she's like, "Come on, everyone, sit on the floor." And she was holding up the baby clothing of Archie that she used clothes that she donated to them. And that's when she was a working member of the royal family. Now she's still trying to pretend she's a royal, doing little visits at charities and having photographers take pictures of her when she's no longer a working royal. She's not. We don't have royalty here. She's once again. Harry and Meghan are pretend royals in America, censoring our freedom of speech, and then turning around, making trips to Uvalde, and now this charity, and trying to act like I'm a royal here. This is what I do. I plant flowers for Diana, and I pop in and donate old clothes and take pictures. Always with it. Every time her and Harry do any kind of charity, they have to have at least like 3 photographers there. The whole thing's such a PR, you know, stunt. And the outfits she wears are always hideous and ugly. And she actually the picture of her trying to hug the woman, this poor woman, and trying to look like Diana-ish in it, like, "Oh, see, I'm so huggy," when it looks so awkward, and she looks like the predator, Says details of Meghan's trip were publicized. Of course they were. She wanted them publicized. Miss, I want my privacy. Put them all over her website. Um, She was seen leaving a donation of her own, including a pair of Ugg boots, which she sweetly had a twinning moment with her daughter in, and some baby onesies that were thought to be hand-me-downs of Princess Lilibet. Yeah, do we really want to see this? Oh, that was the wedding. The second wedding of Ellen. Hell, these people are so satanic and weird. Anyways, and Archwell also made a financial donation, but no amount given. Yeah, it's probably $10. You know how cheap Megan is. So here's a photo of Megan preparing donations along with volunteers holding aloft a piece of baby clothing. So this is exactly what she did in South Africa. She's holding up baby clothing, rictus grin, hair flopping out all over the place, hideous looking outfit, holding up the watch and the bracelets, the ring, making sure to hold it up for the camera. You know, I mean, look how she's holding her hands. Is that how you fold things? No, you fold it like the woman to her side there. That's how you fold things. No, Megan's doing the like, bending the wrist over, like, look at the watch, look at the watch. I got the Diana watch. And then a third photo shows volunteers preparing boxes to give those the charity helps. And then Megan allegedly treated her staff to lunch at some vegan place. And that outing came after, they announced that Lilibet was christened allegedly in her home, which is completely inappropriate place and not a real christening, in my opinion. And yeah, they're saying Reverend John Taylor did the christening, according to this article. So there's the awkward picture. So you can see there's no real connection there. Megan's not even, I don't know if the picture was taken, her eye blinking or whatnot, but it looks very awkward. It's like her side of her body to the side of the woman's body. It's just sort of like, hey, how you doing? Like very uncomfortable, non-intimate, non-friendly, just like, the girl on the left is like, are we done yet? Is this over yet? Hey, I'm trying to be nice to you because you're donating something, but you're really, just getting in the way and making things uncomfortable and being obnoxious. And Megan's zooming in there. Look at that outfit Megan's wearing. That outfit, apparently the jacket was like $4,000, a cashmere jacket. I mean, it's the ugliest looking outfit. Like even for an average person to be wearing, it's just an ugly outfit. There's nothing stylish about it. It's just ugh. The outfit is just ugh. She's ugh. The clothes this woman wears. I mean, and she's not a royal. So what the heck is she doing having these little photo ops as if she were a royal? She's trying to do the royal thing, being a pretend royal in the U.S. Trying to be the Queen of California there. It's so nauseating. Her Malcolm X bag. Where's her Malcolm X bag? Oh, here, it's over here. And this is the Daily Mail. Oops, lost the article there. Hold on, let me get back. They made a donation. They don't say how much. It's so disgusting. I noticed they don't say anything about the Uvalde. They realize what in poor taste that Uvalde trip was. She dropped out. There she is, her Malcolm X bag. And her ugly shoes. No socks as always. So all black, no socks. Rictus grin. One photographer, apparently. So if you look at all these pictures, she's smiling and nobody else is. She's like smiling to herself. Look at her posing there, the hand, making sure the bracelet and the watch were really important for her to, she's trying to be like a fashion model or something. All black, like she's going to a funeral. Really just grotesque. She really is a villain, like in a movie. Look, nobody else is like smiling with her. She's just smiling to herself, like, hey, my picture's being taken. Ah. Narcissist. Look at her. Oh. I mean, it's so weird. The woman to her right here is just like, I can't believe I'm walking with this crazy woman. Well, that must be one of her employees there, I guess. Embarrassed. She looks a bit embarrassed to be getting her picture taken. See, she's trying to hide from the camera. Megan's like, and Megan hired these cameras. You know that because nobody's following her anywhere, and nobody else wants their pictures taken. They don't want to be all over the media, but she just drags everybody in. And like she called this pap. This pap is no surprise to Megan. She called him, and she obviously didn't warn the other girl who was walking with her. Like, oh, the other girl looks completely uncomfortable and walking away, like trying to hide from the camera. Unbelievable. This is how obnoxious she is. She doesn't warn anybody. It's not like, oh, by the way, I called the paparazzi. There's going to be a photographer waiting for us at the end of this walk. But no, she doesn't warn her.
Hi, Megan. Happy International Women's Day. You look great, by the way.
How are you?
Good to see you. You too.
Love to see you here.
Look how awkward that whole exchange was. The girl's like running to hide because she didn't want her picture taken. She didn't know she was going to have her picture taken. Now this poor girl has her image all over the international media, and freaking Megan the witch didn't even warn her. And obviously that guy standing there, "Hello Megan, happy International Women's Day." You know, tell you tell me he really knew it was International Women's Day. He only knew it because Megan called him up and said, "Come take my pictures. It's International Women's Day. I want my picture taken. Go into a charity." So that's the only reason he knew. Oh my God. This whole thing. I mean, it's just such a joke. So there she is, embarrassing, making others around her feel awkward and embarrassed. And you see her turn around. She's like, "Oh, oh, come on, come on." And the other girl's like, "I don't wanna be in the media." You know, she thinks everybody's like her is a narcissist and wants their image all over the place, but no, not when they're not expecting it. I'm sure she probably would've, probably thinking she would've done something different with her hair or makeup or clothes, but she had no idea it was coming, and that's what I think Megan did to the charity women. She just pounces in there by surprise, and now their images are all over the international media, and, they weren't ready, and, for women, that's a big deal. Right? I mean, if you know your picture's gonna be blasted all over Hello Magazine and Daily Mail, you know you're gonna put some effort into your outfit that day. I'm just saying, right?
Happy International Women's Day. You look great, by the way.
Look how awkward that is. She's like, "Where you going? Where you going?" The girl's like trying to hide behind her. Like, I'm not with her. And another thing, she probably doesn't want a picture of herself with me. So let's see what's really going on here, because this whole thing just looked so awkward and uncomfortable and unprofessional and un-Lady Diana-like. I'll tell you what, not at all the way Princess Diana would do things. Because Princess Diana was actual royal, and she was in the UK doing this. This is the type of thing you do in the UK, not in Montecito. I mean, the fact that her and Harry come here, censor our freedom of speech, and then turn around and try to prance around, go into Uvalde. Harry did another thing where he went to a charity at one point. They're trying to do the royal thing here, and it is entirely unacceptable and inappropriate and out of sync and insane and offensive, highly offensive. And look what she's doing to people. She is horrifying people. She's embarrassing them. This poor girl did not want her picture taken. She was not expecting this and didn't want it. And Megan is just inflicting herself on people here. This isn't. She is a menace to society. So let me see here. I get my cards up. There we go. So I'm just gonna throw a few cards on this because same exact thing she did in South Africa, donating old clothes of her children, making people uncomfortable, wearing all black, like as if that's supposed to, pushing her race card there. The Malcolm X bag. I mean, she's so God. That's no wonder she has such high turnover of her staff, the way she treats people. She has no idea. Late Princess Diana knew how to connected with people. She had she had empathy. She knew people loved her. Nobody loves Megan. She just everybody like hates her now, you know? I mean, they're going to be angry afterwards that she's taking using them as a prop in her little fantasy of being Princess of Montecito here. So, anyways, let's look. I want to see, how did the women at this harvest charity really feel about Megan pouncing in with her used clothes, saying, "Oh, here's some clothes. Oh, I'm posting pictures. Give me a hug. Give me a hug." Poor girl. The humility, like, it's not bad enough because these are charities, so they have to be, nice to everyone because they need, donations, and of course they want the publicity. They appreciate the publicity because they're a charity, they need it. But at the same time, the way Megan goes about it, like as if she's she just loves being on high. Just loves being on, everybody jumping at her whim there, stopping everything to pose for pictures of her packing her holding baby clothes. Yeah. See, Megan was using this to be, obviously for the publicity. She wanted to. show off like I win. I got the prince and princess title. Nah, nah, nah. And she's like putting it out there, trying to make it seem like I'm still a royal. I'm still a working royal. I'm still being of service. And didn't Harry actually say in his last interview that his whining with Meghan and their Netflix and their book is their act of service? I mean, this is how insane these two are. They don't even know the meaning of the word service. They pervert the word. They try to twist it and turn it. This is a typical uh, lefty extremists, enemies of America and the Western world too. They're just like changing the meanings of everything, right? So yeah, so she's prancing around with a rictus grin, gloating that she's won a power play there. And so, how the women at this charity feel, this harvest charity? How they really feel about Meghan popping in like that with her claws and her used clothes? And they felt bullied. They felt totally bullied by her. She rams in, jumps in with her photographers from Backgrid that she called, and she just pushes everybody around. Let's do this. Let's do that. Five of Wands. Oh my goodness. Five of Swords and Five of Wands. So she caused so much mayhem and disorder and chaos. Wherever she goes, she's chaos. And I think of course, she enjoys that. She enjoys pushing people around and be like, I'm in charge. The Duchess is here. And I just had a christening for Princess Lilibet. And here's some of her old diapers. Enjoy. Uh, and meanwhile, poor assistants like fumbling around, like Megan's pushing everyone around, causing all this chaos everywhere, trying to act like it's totally normal for a photographer to be sitting there waiting for her as she gets in the car. Like she's trying to reenact her time as a working royal. Like, oh hi, happy International Women's Day, huh? Yeah, I mean, wearing that hideous outfit that looks like that woman cannot dress herself. She desperately needs the help of someone to help her dress, but unfortunately, she can't keep people around long enough. And her friends that she deserts, like Jessica Mulrooney, I think, who used to help her dress a little, didn't do a very good job with that either. But anyways, yeah, she just caused mayhem, chaos. She really threw everybody off, and really, she was disruptive. She was disruptive. Very disruptive. She is. Look at these cards. These are the cards I'm getting for how the staff felt at the Harvest House charity that she visited. So Megan's prancing around like, Princess Diana. And they're just like, oh my God, she's such a bully. She's a bully, upsetting everything, trying to using them as a stage to push back and be disruptive. I say it's an excess of just popping in, surprise. I'm here with some old clothes for you. Oh, and we'll make a donation too. Here's a couple bucks. We all know, and I heard that when Megan visited that school in New York, what did she donate? Some old apples or some vegetable from a restaurant she was eating at, some old food. I mean, she's really cheap. She is cheap AF. We all know that. Oh, she donated her stench book. I mean, she's so desperate to have a look like a royal and a little PR stunt here. It must be driving her crazy about with Catherine and William always looking fabulous and perfect on their outings. She can't stand it. Trying to be royal of California. She's really trying to do this in America. She's trying to have people accept her as a royal of America, as a Duchess of America. Her and Harry are really trying to do that here. They're really trying to bring their shizzle here. They're really trying to do it because they figure with the tyranny coming in, they'll just slip in and start a royal family here while they're at it, while they're putting everybody on digital currencies and enslaving them with 5G and whatever else they're doing, right? Unbelievable! It's turning this place into communist China, and they'll be the king and queen of California out there, right? So why did Meg? So Lady C was saying that Megan's doing this to gloat about getting the prince and princess titles. I guess she feels like she won some power play with the Scorpio, King Charles. Look out with that. She's trying to pretend like say again that That hug, if you wanna call it a hug, I wouldn't call that a hug, I call that Megan grabbing the shoulders of this poor girl who obviously had to spend time with her and was tortured throughout the entire experience, as we can see here. But of course, Megan is trying to do the Princess Diana thing. She's got Harry convinced through brainwashing and drugs and whatever else she's doing with him. She's got him convinced that she's Princess Diana 2.0. So Megan's going out and trying to pretend like she's just like her, trying to pull the same stunts, but she doesn't look nearly as good. She doesn't dress nearly as well. And Princess Diana would never pull these stunts here. She would never be doing this. No, 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 no. Wherever Princess Diana went, people wanted her there. Harvest House didn't want her there. She just pounced in on them. Totally different story with her dirty clothes. You know what I mean? Uh huh. Ooh, separation here. Well, Megan's trying to reconnect, I guess you could say, with Diana, trying to make us subconscious. I say this is like a under the radar, under subliminal, trying to connect, align herself. She's aligning herself. International Women's Day, she's really trying to align herself with that holiday and women's causes. Although you never hear Megan talk anything about all the abuse that women get, like J.K. Rowling, and like I mentioned earlier, the Muslim woman who is harassed by that groomer guy that's on TikTok. I mean, a lot of real women are going through a lot of abuse now by tranny women, and Megan never says anything about that. You notice that she never broaches that topic because I believe that their agenda, of course, we know, is that they're changing the definition of woman, right? Again, more playing with the language, playing with the meaning of the word, and an attack on women. But Megan doesn't do anything to stick up for women in that situation. The only thing Megan ever does is for homeless charities, and she doesn't even do anything really. She just goes and donates some old clothes and poses for pictures holding a piece of baby clothing, right? I mean, what the hell's that about? She's just so psycho. She just looks psycho every time she does that. She's doing it again and again. It's like, yeah, South Africa, now there. So what's Megan really? So Megan's trying to do the Princess Diana 2.0 thing. What else is she trying to do? I think she was gloating over her win over. She's trying to get out of the house. I think she's bored. She can't stand being at home all the time, and her privacy and all that. We all know this is what she lives for, and she wanted to come out, pop out. She was sitting at home bored. She wanted to wear her, make sure everybody could see her jewelry that she's wearing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Trying to get some publicity and attention for Archwell as well, and showing off her accomplishments. Yeah, because she's really unhappy. This is her all in black. She's in black because she's just a miserable woman. She's just a really nasty, miserable woman, and she feels like she, won a little bit here. She wants to show off, the fact that Lilibet and Archie got titles, and she wants to show, but she's still, uh, you know, miserable, miserable witch. She's a deeply disturbed person, and she knows okay. So she thinks that Prince King Charles is going to be upset, so she's reveling in that. She's reveling in the idea that she's upset the royal family. She loves that. So she thinks that with this win, I guess you want to call it that. So she was doing this mainly to upset King Charles, and the royal family by doing her little stunt here, trying to make it look like, see, I'm living this glamorous life in California as a California Duchess. But of course, it was an attack. It was a take that, haha. I'll cut you. Me and Fulani Ngozi, my buddy there, you better not mess with us. You're upset now. We're gonna get more upset. It was also a bit of a threat in this, of more to come, of more things she's gonna do, and what she's up to. And she wants to make it seem like as if all the women or all the everyone supports her. She's trying to make it appear like she's got so much support when we all know she really doesn't. But the way she treats her coworkers there, her employees, is really, and other people, the way she treats people in general is really poor. And you can quite clearly see that. She doesn't connect with people. She's not at all like Princess Diana at all. She's completely heartless. I mean, and the fact that she donates some used clothes and she calls it a baby boutique, like, really? Seriously? I mean, completely out of control with her self-promotion, um, to the point of just insanity. I mean, it's a joke. It's such a joke. Everybody can see right through it, and those pictures speak 1,000 words, right? So really, I mean, it's just a. But this was an FU, and this was, of course, she wanted more of herself. I see this like an internet card. She was tired of being in the dark. She wanted to be out there. She wanted to show off her jewels and sell her stuff on her Dress Like a Duchess website that we know she's secretively behind, hidden. I get that hidden. But this was, her gloating and attacking Charles and hoping to upset him more by going out and gloating with a rictus grin and parading around like she's Princess Diana, because I think she thinks that it upsets Charles when she does the Princess Diana routine, like, because her and Harry, right, they thought they were the most popular royals, and maybe, and because of the wedding, they were most popular for a little while. But everything goes in phases, right? Someone's more popular for a while, and then the next royal is more popular, and the next the children will be more popular. But it really went to Harry and Meghan's head, and really Meghan's head, because Meghan then thought, I can be a Kardashian. So that's. So really, but so Meghan thinks that she's going to upset Charles more by posing for pictures like this. Like she thinks that it's going to, stick in the craw there. Yeah. So she's putting out her little messages here, her secretive messages. Yeah. She's being psycho. So this is a double message in this. So one is she's doing the Princess Diana routine. She thinks she's like Diana and selling her goods. And then she's also saying an FU to King Charles is what I get. Like, I won, you lose. I'm the queen. She's so pathetic. Man, those people that work for her must hate her. I mean, I would hate her if she did that to me, that stunt she pulled in that girl, that woman that she was walking with. I would be like, and my face was all over the news because of her. She didn't warn me. Ah, man, I would be like ready to. Oh man, I would be like, talk about world's worst boss. It's like, oh my god, she obviously abuses her employees as well as as she did her staff, the big bully that she is. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there at that. But Meghan, all these are very negative cards. They were very Harvest House, the other people, they are very unhappy of what she did. Her little Princess Diana routine from hell is basically what it is. And Meghan was wanted Meghan loves this. You can see she loves, she needed to get out. She wanted to get out and show everyone that she's uh separated from the royal family and doing her own thing. I mean, not separated. She wants to be aligned, but she does her own thing her way. She gets her way. She wanted to show off those titles, and she wanted to upset King Charles, gloating. It was a big "F you" and more to come if you don't uh, do what I say. Give me what I want. Me and the BLM gang and Fulani Ngozi, my mother, are gonna get together with our criminal gang. So yeah, so the war is still on between them. There's something going on there for sure. But Meghan was gloating. She was gloating with glee in her black outfit and Malcolm X bag and being the villain as ever. So, guys, so that's what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.